Welcome to day 11. I'm a tad bit early, but wanted to say good morning and welcome to day 11. I've got a fantastic trick for you. Before I go live, let me just double check and make sure that, yep, looks like I'm there. All right. So if you can see me, you can hear me, I'd love to hear from you. So just drop in the comments wherever you're watching this live stream, drop a hello. So today's trick is a challenging one. It's a tough one. I have to say, it's a pretty tough one. And whatever you get from this is going to be effective to whatever trick you decide to use this with. But the trick today is called ring toss. It's where your dog grabs a ring and puts it over a little pole or stick of some kind. So before we begin, I'm going to show you a couple different options of what works better based on whether you have a big dog or a small dog, or if you have a dog that has a more sensitive mouth. Also, the teaching from today is also useful for teaching the other tricks where your dog puts an object like this into a specific hole. The piggy bank one where your dog puts a coin inside of the piggy bank. Stacking cups where your dog stacks cups, right? The teaching that I'm going to show you will also be helpful if you'd like to learn this one as well. All right, come on, guys, lay down. So before we begin, let's talk about the equipment. So before I go over the steps, equipment-wise, ring toss, I have a couple different options. So this one I purchased on Amazon, and it came in a portable thing. So this is the ring toss one that I purchased. Now it's a bit flimsy and this base is not heavy enough to support itself. So I constantly have to hold it down. But if I were to glue this to a piece of wood, apply wood and put it down and then put the stick here, it would be a lot more stable. But what I like about this one is it's portable. So I can take it on the go with me. It goes into their little training bag. And the rings are a really good size. So if you think about, they're going to have to put that in their mouth, and it's really light. And they give you a variety of different sizes. So the larger ring is typically where I start because they're going to go large ring onto a smaller stick, right? So it's more chances they're covering more surface versus using a small ring on that same stick. Okay, so as far as what to use, there's that option. Now, the traditional option that you might see a lot is like a kid's toy version of this. And it's the one that, you know, sits like this and they've got these big fat rings. Now, a lot of dogs struggle putting this in their mouth, or you can see on some of the bite marks, it becomes a pretty good chew toy if you accidentally leave it out. All right, so there's that. However, I like this stick as well because it is a little, for me, it's a bigger object for the dogs to see, and it's kind of stable. It does move around a little bit if you put it on the flat floor. All right, both my dogs are ready to go. So ring tosses. Now there's a couple that I've seen on Amazon that are made out of wood, and they have a large base, and then it's just got a stick. And ring wise, they've got some of the rings that are made out of rope. So they've got a rope ring, and that one, or a fabric ring, that one might be a lot easier to begin this trick with. And then you can progress to other things. So if your dog's got a sensitive mouth, like my dog does, Bentley took forever to teach him how to put something in his mouth. You might look at something a little bit lighter like these versus these bigger rings. Their mouth has to open a little more. Now, if you're lucky enough to have a dog that's loves having things in their mouth, so retriever, then you're going to see that this trick is probably a lot easier. The second thing that they have to learn, besides retrieving an object and bringing it back, is they've got to target. They have to come back and bring this back to a target like this. So now instead of targeting the fetch back to your hand, you're going to be targeting it back to an object. So the goal of this trick is your dog grabs a ring that I like to put the rings down. Some people will toss them, so they'll throw the ring and then the dog brings it back and puts it on to a base. Now, if you've got a floppy base like I do, then you might want to hold that base with your hand, or you can put it down on the ground and hold it with your foot so that it stays stationary. All right. Otherwise, you heard about the wood and all that stuff. Okay. So to begin, it's important that your dog should know a retrieve or fetch. And at first, I'm going to bring it back to my hand. And then where I place my hand is going to happen my next step. So I'm first going to start off with the retrieve, getting the rings to come back. And then I'm going to place my hand up and above this stick. The second thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to present the stick and ask my dog to do a nose touch to it so that I can put this on a cue. So I'm going to identify this object as a stick. All right. So then it'll be fetch the ring or fetch whatever, and then stick. Okay. Obviously, you'll see me just point at it. All right. So let me begin some training. I'm going to start my first demonstration. Who wants to go first? Bentley, you want to go first? Yeah? Okay. All right, Bandit. You take a little break. Oh, you're a good boy. Right here. There we go. And we're going to start with Bentley. So Bentley is going to be out in front of me. And it's okay if he's laying down. Gradually, I do want him to be standing for this. But I'm just going to get a take and drop. Okay. And just to keep it simple, I'm just going to present one. I'll give him one ring. All right. Take. Take it. Good. Take it. Good. Take it. Nice. Take. Drop. Take. Drop. Good. So I'm bringing my hand to the drop. Take. Bentley, let's go. Drop. Good. Okay, so I'm going to change the drop to just a give. So this is my take, and then I'm going to ask to give. Up, I clicked a little early. Very nice. You're doing some lazy fetch here. All right, I'm going to move that a little further. Get him up. So I want him to bring it to my hand at first. Fetch. Come on, Bentley. Bentley. Okay, there's people in the house. Fetch. Good. So now we've got it coming to my hand. Fetch. Perfect. Now that I've got him coming to my hand, what I'm going to do next, I'm just going to fast forward, is I'm just going to present the ring. I mean, the stick. I'm clicking for him, putting his nose on the stick. Very good. Okay, my goal is for him to hit just the tip of this. Okay, get. Toss the treat to reset. I'm going to put it down. Good. Good. So I'm going to go ahead and word it. Stick. Stick. Nice. Stick. Stick. Very good. All right, all done. Good boy, good boy. All right, so I've got him holding the ring in his mouth, dropping it to my hand. I've also got him nose targeting the stick. Putting those two things together is simply having him to go get the ring, and then I'm going to call out stick. So it's fetch, and then I'm going to point to the stick, and then I'm going to actually have my hand over it. And I would start with doing your retrieve or your fetch, whatever you want to call it, to your hand, and have your hand, show you sideways, slightly in front of the stick. And what you're doing is you're asking your dog to drop that ring. If you saw, he's dropping it like that, right? So I'm positioning my hand right in front of the ring, and then I'm going to gradually move my fingers back. And that's how we're going to get that drop into this, onto the stick. Okay. So let me move. I'm going to fast forward with Bandit. Okay, Bentley, lay down. Lay down. Good. All right. So we're going to go over to Bandit now. Okay, Bandit, your turn. Let's go, Bandit. Ready? Let's play. Yeah. I'm gonna hold on one second, Bubby. Okay, let's just make sure you can see everything. Okay, I'm gonna toss a stick. So I'm gonna go ahead and click for that. So watch closely where I position my hands. Nice. Very good. So I'm clicking for him coming close to my hand. Good. So watch what happens if I move my hand. Very nice. Okay, this is after a lot of repetitions, guys. Good. So that's close enough at first. Very nice. Good boy. You're a good boy. Ring toss. Very good. Nice job, Bandit. Ring toss. Nice. Ring toss. Oops. That's close enough, buddy. Okay, one more. We're going to end on a good one. Ring toss. Very good. Good boy. Good boy. All done. All done. Okay, so that is how I would put those two things together. Obviously, it takes a lot of multiple repetitions in small bite-sized sessions. You know, probably count out 8 repetitions, do a few repetitions, and then call it quits. All done. You could do it again. So your 2 things that you're doing. First, you're getting a fetch or retrieve to your hand. Second thing is that you're practicing nose target to the stick, or at least comfortable with the stick in some way or another. And then you're going to put those things together. So after your dog puts it in their mouth, you're going to ask them to come towards you. So whether you're tossing the ring or you're putting it down on the ground, they go get it. And then where you place your hand to begin with is going to determine how your dog is comfortable with putting their mouth around that. So again, gradually, you're going to start here in front, and then you're gradually going to move your hand further and further, and you're going to be targeting, they're going to be targeting this stick, but it needs to come up and over the stick. Now, troubleshooting, if you've got a small dog like Bandit, you might need to hold this stick so that you can maneuver where the stick goes. You can also use a platform to put them up on the platform if your stick is way too high. So they can come up on the platform and then drop it down. A lot of dogs don't understand the concept. So you'll have to practice, practice with your hand first and practice the object alone. So they're used to nose touching the object. You can also use a piece of sticky tape and do a nose target to the sticky tape and stick the sticky tape here. So you're getting that nose target that way. After you've done that trick, you can move on to other tricks that are very similar, such as placing this to me represents like putting the coin inside of a piggy bank, right? Where they're taking that object and putting it in. So I'm going to do a few more repetitions of other objects. I think my piggy bank is somewhere else. I'll also try stacking cups. So stacking cups is the same thing. I'm going to start off with a bigger, smaller cup to a bigger cup, right? So stacking cups that way. So let's start with, do a couple rounds of this one. So this was a little Fisher-Price toy, and I started off with the lid open, and I just have my dogs put this, in here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the lid on it and give them a specific shape, and then I'm going to ask them to put it into a specific hole. All right, so let me just do a few rounds of this since we finished up pretty quickly. Let's do some ring. Let's try this one, Bandit. Okay, Bandit has not done this, so let's just see how he does. So for right now, he's going to dump his toys over there. The lid is open. Let's put it away. Oh, good. Good. Very good. Let's put them away. Come over there. Bandit. Listen. Drop. Yeah. Good. Put it away. Oops, that one. Yes. Okay. So he's got, if your dog is afraid of putting their nose inside of a bucket, you can take the treat and put it inside the bucket, and that teaches them to put their nose down inside that bucket. All right. So now I'm going to take all of these. Hold on, Bandit. Very nice. And I'm going to close the lid, and we're going to work on the one on the outside, probably I'll do the square. So I'm going to cover these all up. I'm going to just give them the square. And okay, there's two of them. So I'm going to ask him to take it. Very good. Look at that, was really close. Very good. Here. Yes. Right here. Yes. So we are coming close. We're hitting the target, but the precision is not there yet, right? And that's okay. So I'm going to use my finger to direct him. Wow, look at that. Look how close that is. That's almost in there. All right, it's just a matter of keep practicing. Let's try that one again. Try it again. Very good. Look at that. All right. So pretty close. So if I was really working on this in a mini session, I would be using my fingertip to target, and then I would gradually, move my finger to where it needs to be. Now, obviously, the shapes are going to fall into place, right? So it's important for them to pick up the object a certain way. Okay, so let me do a round with Bentley, and I'm going to try the stack. These aren't his stacking cups, but I'm going to try it with this anyways. Okay, Bentley, hold on. Bandit. Up. Let's go. Up. Get up here. Come on, baby. Oh, just go there. There we go. Okay, Bentley, come here. All right, so I'm going to show you some stacking cups. So we're going to start off with the smallest cup to the biggest. Okay. Grab it. Okay, so I'm going to click for bring close. Bring it here. Nice. Okay, So I want him to pick up the cup like this. So this time I'm going to present the cup here. Hold on, wait. Okay, pick it up. Fetch it, fetch. Nice job, Bentley. And there you have a stacked cup. Touch. Oops. Touch. Try again. Okay, that's close. Because of how tall he is, it's better if I put this up on a little platform. So I'm going to hold it here. Put it in, Bentley. Oops. Try again. Here you go, Bubba. Very good. Very close. All right. I sped through that, but that is the concept of today's training. It's a take and drop to someplace else. You can use what your dog's comfortable with. This is an expert trick, by the way, obviously, because there's lots of little layers. It's fetch to hand. Your hand is then replaced with the object, right? And you continue moving your hand over the object, and eventually you move your hand and they're dropping it right onto the object. From there, you can see that I just point. I'm going to do a few more rounds of ring toss, and I'm going to show some different levels of it as we go. What are you doing? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Ring toss. Oh, 2 of them. Let's see. Ring toss. Good. Ring toss. Pretty close. Bentley, ring toss. Ring toss. Get it, get it, get it. Good. Okay, so he's off the last couple repetitions. So this time I'm going to help. Ring toss right here. Oh, that was a small one. Very good. Ring toss. Nice. Ring toss. Okay, my hand was in the wrong spot on that one. Ring toss. Okay, you're all done. Bentley, go get it. Go get it. Hey, look, ring toss. Get it. Bentley, ring toss. Come here, Bandit. Hold on. Bandit, come here. There we go. Okay, Bentley. Ring toss. Nice job, Bubba. Good boy. Ring toss. You're going for the hard one. Ring toss. Over here. Good. So this time I'm going to ask for 2. Here we go. Ring toss. Get it. Over there. That way. Over there. Got me. Oh my goodness. Ring toss. There you go. You missed, Bentley. Come on, get one, Bubba. Very good. Okay, all done. So if you get to the level where your dog is putting 1 ring over the stick, you can gradually move to 2 rings before you mark and reward, then 3, then 4, and then maybe they put all the rings back. Now, if you're trying to get them to put it in order, if you've got one of these old school ones that's got from big to little, how you present them is going to come into play. So if you've got the bigger ones on one side and you have your dog go from the biggest to the smallest so that you can put them in order and they stack nice and neat, you're going to want to be strategic. So that is today's trick. Give it a try. I know it is a little more challenging than any of that we've done so far. Tomorrow, I've got another one that's really pretty good. It's useful and it's really challenging. So setup is everything for this one. You're asking your dog to pick up one of the rings and bring it to your hand. That's the step you're in. Great. Do that step because that's going to be useful for a lot of other things. The second thing is nose touch to that object so that you can cue or you can get your dog comfortable with bringing that ring over to the stick, right? Putting those two things together. Good luck on this one. I purchased these rings, this set on Amazon, but you can just do it with whatever you have in the house. Don't use donuts because those will probably get eaten, but figure out what you have in some way or another. Maybe it's just stacking in a salad bowl, a big, huge bowl, and they're putting away socks. Or maybe you have them picking up their toys, right? So be creative with this one and give this trick a try. All right, guys, that's the end of day 11. We've got one more day. That's tomorrow. And then I've got a little bonus on Christmas Day. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow for another challenging trick. Look forward to seeing you. Take care. Bye.